And watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself.
I ain't taking no loss.
Taking no loss. Look, I'm always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'm always win. We already know that we the coldest. Watch me.
Oh, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the U? Oh, folks, I am just chilling. I tell you what, before we even get started here, I need somebody to subscribe immediately to NYYU. The reason being, we are at 45,666 subscribers, and I can't have that number in my face, damn it, all right? I won't do it. I can't have that number right there. So somebody go grab somebody's phone or something. I don't care if it's just one subscriber. I don't give a poot. I don't want to have that number looking in my face. I rebuke you, damn it. Anyway, folks, what's up, everybody? How we doing? Old school Simonetti over here, baby. We just talking. I got no agenda. Today. We're just going to have a good time.
Thank you for being a friend.
I got my guy, Habagul. Kyle Millet says, thank God Devers is out of our division. He's sick and tired of being sick and tired. He's done with it. Yes, indeed. No doubt about it. Devers is out of the Yankees, the American League East now. And I'll tell you the truth, man. Didn't that shit come out of nowhere? I mean, that deal just absolutely came out of nowhere. I'm just chilling that I saw the Robert Murray thing. I'm like, did somebody hack this guy? Because that's kind of random in many ways. So this right here is the final deal for him. So Rafi Devers to the Giants, Jordan Hicks, Kyle Harrison, who was one of the top left-handed pitching prospects in Major League Baseball, James Tibbs and Jose Bello. I got to be honest with you. The other two gentlemen, I have no idea about whatsoever. But of course, Jordan Hicks, we know. Kyle Harrison, I do know. James Tibbs and Jose Bello, I have no idea who either one of those guys are. No disrespect to them, just don't know that. I don't know that system all that well. But really shocking out of nowhere, as Chris Silva says, Platano Pete, I'm surprised at the Devers trade. I was very surprised, man. I was very, very surprised. And you know, we always knew there was, I don't want to say bad blood, but there was obviously the little back and forth about where he's going to play. Does he want to play here? You know, will he move to first base? And all that stuff. But it was pretty clear that there must have been, you know, some stuff behind the scenes too where they just weren't happy. Maybe with one another. But it seems like apparently the Red Sox were not shopping him. This is just something that came along and it sounded good. And they went ahead and said, to hell with it. Let's make this move and let's move on. So, I mean, look, it benefits the Yankees to a degree. Now, I've kind of been warning people of this for a while. It's a big, big loss to Boston, to their offense, especially to the Yankees, because he absolutely destroys the New York Yankees. We all know that. But the Red Sox are putting together a formidable team. I mean, they really are. They're putting together a team where, you know, you got the guys I've already talked about, Christian Campbell, Marcelo Meyer, Roman Anthony. Now you bring, Kyle Harrison in there, and you know they still got a lot of good youth in that system. So this is a team that is probably looking to put somewhat of a new core together, and you know potentially have the chance to be a really, really good team for the next multiple years going forward. And that's kind of what the Yankees are hoping for too with their youth they have on their club. It's just, youth doesn't always work out. And Boston, they better pray that Roman Anthony and all these guys truly do work out. And I believe Roman Anthony and Marcelo Meyer are really good. Christian Campbell, I don't want to knock it off. I don't know enough about him, but they do have a good core there. There's no doubt about that. Rich!
Thank you for being a friend.
Gahabagoo. He says, same shit, different year. The Sox sweep us and the Yankees can't remember how to play the game. Going to yet another screwed up June. And that is one of the things I talked about, is the famous June swoon by Aaron Boone's New York Yankees, I should say. And I don't even feel like that's like a knock on Aaron Boone. It's not a knock on Aaron Boone at all. It just is what it is. The Yankees, for some reason, every year under Aaron Boone, they go on this tailspin for a minute and then they kind of pop their head back above water towards the end. But, the division's getting a little bit better. It definitely is getting a little bit better right now. You got, like we talked about, Tampa Bay sweeping the New York Mets. You got Toronto playing better ball. Boston was playing better ball. I think this move certainly hurts them for this season. No doubt about that. But the Yankees aren't alone in the East. It really felt like a few weeks ago that the New York Yankees were basically alone in this division. At least I felt that way. You look at it right now, folks, and it doesn't really feel that way anymore, does it? I mean, it doesn't feel that way at all anymore. I don't know where the hell that went to. The hell happened here? It really doesn't feel that way anymore, to be honest with you. You start looking at where things are. And guys, by the way, voicemail line is open, 804-592-6160. Again, that is 804-592-6160. The Yankees right now, 3.5 games up, 4.5 over Toronto. I mean, at the end of the day, folks, this is not, look, it's not ideal. The Yankees was 6.5 up. Remember when the Yankees had the biggest lead in their division? You guys remember that as much as I do? They had the biggest lead in any division in the game. The New York Yankees had that. And they're 5-5 over the last 10. They have lost 3 games in a row. Tampa's won 3 games in a row. They are 3.5 back to the Yankees. Yankees are 42-28. Tampa 39-32. Toronto 38-33. So again, it's not as cut and dry as we'd hope. We thought the Yankees had an amazing chance of potentially having one of those, easier years where they kind of just go through the 162 and go, okay, cool, we in the postseason. Let's get better at the deadline and go from there. Now you got to be, a little bit concerned. I don't think it's a panic button, hit the red button. I'm terrified. I just feel like it's a little bit more of the same, I just feel it's like a little bit more of the same when it comes to this team, especially when it comes to this team since 2018. And, we saw some more of that today. You got the second time that a player in back-to-back days gets picked off with first and second at second base, which, you could probably count the number of times that happens to your team on a season. It's happened to Yankees back-to-back days. You'd think if it happens once, it's not going to happen the next day. They just fell asleep on the base paths. And, it's a fair criticism. I know a lot of people don't want to hear criticisms. A lot of people don't want to hear, it's the players on the field. It's not only Aaron Boone. It's also has to do with the players. Agreed, it does. But somebody left me a comment on X, and I don't post on X a lot. Obviously Jira posts the clips and all that stuff there, but I'm not a big fan of Twitter at all. And I did post on there today about the Yankees and Boone, and I got a lot of good comments actually from a lot of people. And somebody said, the first couple of years, maybe you could say it's the players, but this team is also very different than what it was last year. They kind of added a lot more players to this club. It's not the same team as it was. And this is an older gentleman who said it. And he said, at the end of the day, it's either that the message is not resonating from Boone and the coaching staff, that these mistakes keep happening, or it's just in one ear and out the other, and nobody pays attention. Nobody cares. So, and that's how I feel, and that's how I felt for a while. And a lot of times people always say, you just hate Boone. No, I don't hate Aaron Boone. I got no issue with Aaron Boone. I don't like him as the Yankee manager. And that's based off what I've seen for years. I think it's cute that the players go, we really like this guy. That's awesome. He seems like a likable guy. Aaron Boone, again, I say this all the time, seems like a guy you could sit down, have a beer with. He starts doing his impressions and you're cracking up laughing all night. Doesn't make him a good leader. That doesn't make him a great manager. You know what I mean? It's a personality trait. It is a good thing to have people resonate with you. That's a good thing. But it's very different to be a leader. And I don't know how many leaders the Yankees have on that club. I mean, going back all these years. because it's just strange how this stuff happened. I know this. Look, and you had a guy back in the clubhouse. They called him the enforcer in that clubhouse. There was two guys a lot of people talked about in the dynasty years. That was Jorge Posada and Tina Martinez. You made errors like that, these guys will grab you by the throat. They'll grab you by the shirt collar and go, all right, we don't do that here. Get your head in the game or get the hell off the field. I don't know if the Yankees have anybody in that clubhouse who's doing anything like that. I don't know. But it is what it is. Let me write this in here for you guys real quick. To drop a voicemail, 804-592-6160. There you go, guys. Voicemail line is open. Subscribe to the U if you have not already.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Oh, you bet your ass we would be honored if you would join us. I tell you what. I tell you what. And again, guys, whatever the hell you guys want to talk about, Pete Simonetti's down to talk about it. All right? I don't care. I don't care. No, you're right. This is what the organization wants, and I don't disagree. I don't disagree. This is exactly what the organization wants. They want an Aaron Boone. That's what they want. At the helm of this team, they thought Joe Girardi was a bit too tough, and at the end of the day, they went with somebody who's a therapist, and Boone's good at that. Boone is very, very good at defending his players. He's very, very good at let me take the heat. You guys don't got to worry about it. He's very good at that stuff. There's no knock on that. I just think the Yankees, you know the saying, a wartime general. I think the Yankees at this point, they need a wartime general. They could be right there to winning. I don't know if Boone gets him there. I pray he does. Corinne says, closest to that feels like Stanton, maybe. Yeah, I think G definitely commands a bit of respect. I think Judge does too. I just don't know if Judge is an in-your-face type leader. I don't know if he has to be, but I feel like every clubhouse kind of needs that guy, and maybe G is that guy. I love his comments about the pennant rings, where he's like, I better not see anybody wearing any of those. I like that. So there's some Yankees out there that seem like they kind of maintain the old school way, so to say, of it's either a World Series or it's a failed season, no matter what. But I don't know how much leadership actually believes in that overall, to be honest with you. Steve says, okay, Pete, voicemail in, just talking about what I want. That's the point. That is literally the point. You guys got me. I'm here with you folks. This is never scripted as it is, but I don't have an agenda. This is not a podcast. This is your guys' time. Talk to me about whatever you guys want. Just be careful what you talk about, because some of you are a little freaky. It's getting a little late. Calm down, folks. Take it easy over there. We do got multiple voicemails already. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. And a little more thank you. Let me go ahead and make sure audio and everything's on here. That's cool. Rafael Devers was traded. Yes, indeed. We already talked about that a little bit, but I'll keep talking about that. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's take a voicemail here.
Hey, happy Father's Day to everyone. I just wanted to mention that I realize it's not an ideal situation for the Yankees right now, but a lot of teams have holes. I mean, you look at our record, I get it. We're pretty similar to a lot of teams, and they all have holes. San Francisco's a game back. They get a slugger like Devers, and, Dodgers are no guarantee to win that division. San Diego's 2 games back. So,
Agreed.
It's good for baseball.
It is.
Of course, not good for us because we just want to stay ahead. I mean, people are panicking because we got swept. I'd rather get swept now and play better in August when we meet them again. I mean, that's more of what counts. The Mets got swept. Are they all done? The Dodgers have been swept twice. They should just quit too. I mean, so, let's hang in there. I know it's not a good feeling, but I think we'll be fine in the end. I really do. All right, out.
Appreciate the voicemail. I like the voicemail. There's just one part of that voicemail I personally would push back on a little bit. The only part of that voicemail that I would push back on is that it doesn't matter when you get swept. It does. Just because you got swept now in June, oh, you played them better later, that doesn't matter. In my opinion, that does not matter. Getting swept is getting swept. If you could look back in September and go, damn, we lost the division by 2 games, typically with the Yankees, what do you always do? You go back to June. You go back to April when Aaron Boone simply sits there and goes, this feels like extended spring training to me. That's my problem, is that there's a lot of games early on by the Yankees under Aaron Boone that are given away. You know, you get swept, you get swept. A sweep is never good. If you lose a series, you lose a series, but a sweep is never good. I don't care, when the sweep is, but other than that, everything you said, in my opinion, spot on. Alex, my brother, what's up, fam? How you doing, my brother?
El Diablo.
I missed a few games, so out of the loop, but swept by Boston. Indeed, we got swept by the Boston Red Sox, my brother, and it wasn't pretty. It wasn't a cute one. You know what I mean? It wasn't a cute one at all. It wasn't a cute one at all. We got absolutely obliterated by the Boston Red Sox, and I think the Yankees. What is it, guys? Help me out here. 5 runs over our last 4 games? Is that what it is? Something along the lines of that? 5 runs over our last 4 games or something like that. So Yankees just not scoring. Stanton's going to be back. He'll be back at Yankee Stadium maybe tomorrow. They say Monday or Tuesday. I got a feeling with the way the Yankees played, we see him back tomorrow. But that's another story too. G coming back in the lineup. I don't know how, better that's going to make this team. But remember one thing about that. Yankees got to decide on what that outfield then looks like, because now you're going to have a DH spot taken by Stanton. I know they're probably going to mix it. He probably won't play every day out the gate immediately. They're probably going to give him his rest and his time, and they're probably going to do that the rest of the way anyway, as Boone loves to give guys rest. But remember, this always guarantees you one of Apple. Thank you, man. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. If you wanted to say something, brother, maybe you missed it, just throw it in the chat. If I kind of try to look out for it, and I'll read it if I see it there. But Grisham, Bellinger, Judge, and Dominguez, you're going to get a lot of those guys kind of just 3 of those guys, obviously, are the only ones that can play. You can't really do the 4 anymore with a DH if he's coming back. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Yankees do in that regard. Again, I'm a believer that, Jason Dominguez should be playing every day. He should be out there every single day, in the lineup every day. If you believe in the kid that way, you should have him out there every single day. Ben Rice, I think should get some starts. Definitely get majority of starts against good right-handers. Ben Rice has struggled, but again, I tell everybody it's not apples and oranges. It's not that easy to look at. Here's a guy that always started in the minor leagues, and then you pull him back and go every now and then you're going to play. He was hitting really good to begin the year. He was getting regular play. Start pulling him back a little bit. He's struggling now. It's hard to come out of that. Same thing with a guy like Jason Dominguez. These guys are used to playing every single day in the minors. It's not that easy. Apple says the Yankees are just old, or I guess you're saying the Yankees are just old. No, the Yankees are definitely not an old team. The Yankees are certainly not an old team. Not at all. Not at all. They're not, I know I hear some people say that a lot, but they're not an old team at all. When it comes to who's going to get sent down for Stanton, I don't know. I have no idea who's going to get sent down. Let's keep it going, guys. We got a lot of voicemail, so I appreciate that, guys. Let's keep it going.
Pete, Jira,
there he is.
Uncle Dom here. Great show going here now, Pete.
Thank you, my friend.
For all the dads. I was going to do it anyway, whether they won or lost. And boy, did they just not show
Oh, we're singing?
But the true heroes are our dads, and boy, do I miss mine.
Oh.
And I only had him for a short time. I was in my early 20s when he left this world, but I have a song, guys, and it goes like this. The leader of the band is tired and his eyes are growing old, but his blood runs through my instrument and his song is in my soul. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band. It's just a little something. I
Love
think
it,
of my
Dom.
dad. He was
Love it,
a
Dom.
vocalist, a hell of a singer. Taught me everything I knew about it. And Pete, to all the dads, we love them. To the Yanks, not so much. Accountability. Show me some passion. Show me some loyalty, Yanks, because we're showing it to you, but you're not reciprocating it to us. And that pisses me off. It just is getting old, Pete.
Yeah.
8 years of this shit.
Yeah.
Wake up!
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Love you too, Dom. Appreciate the voicemail, brother. And yeah, man, it's it's not all doom and gloom. I think we all understand that as Yankee fans. The Yankees are indeed 42-28. The problem is we have PTSD from this. We start to recognize the signs, and it's like, oh shit, here it goes. Here it goes again. That's why I said that June swoon. I'm like, here it goes again. It's gonna happen again, isn't it? Well, over the last 10, the Yankees are 5-5. Let's see. I hope not. But we got PTSD from it. So there's a lot of fans from other fan base that go, oh, you guys are always complaining. You're always upset. You're always angry. The Yankees are a good team. Calm down, relax. No, it's because we've been here and done that. We know it by now. You got 4 games at home against the Dodgers, the Angels. Then you got 3 against the Baltimore Orioles. 7 games. You know what I mean? I mean, can we get 5 of those? Can we go 5-2? Everybody be excited about 4-3. I want 5-2. I want good baseball being played. Baltimore is now also playing a little better baseball. They're 6-4 over their last 10. They're now only 10 games under 500. If the Baltimore Orioles fired Brendan Hyde, because it obviously looks like Brendan Hyde was a major problem. And I talked about this a little on game season, but for those people that just feel like, oh, managers don't matter, they do. Managers do matter. The general leading you out to the field does matter. He should be a leader. And it's obvious that Brendan Hyde wasn't a leader. They got rid of him. They started winning. Oh, I mean, what was it? Were the players more motivated after he left? I don't know. But I'm just saying they started to play better. And I'm not saying that, well, then the Yankees should do that. I'm not saying the Yankees should just do that with Boone right now. I'm just simply saying managers do make a difference. Baltimore's playing better now. I forgot who the name is of the man, but he's some Italian guy. They got a nice little paisan up in there coaching them birds now. Let me tell you something. That paisan got him playing a little good ball over there. He got him playing a little good ball over there, is what he said.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Whatever. He's playing good ball over there. That's what he's doing. But there he is. Mansolino. Look at that. Tony Mansolino. Listen to that name. You're going to fuck around with that guy? No, you're not. You're not going to mess with him. Tony Mansolino. Imagine, hey, Tony wants you. Oh, shit. What did I do now? Tony. What's the matter, Tony?
Gabagool. Over here.
Forget about it. Tony's serving gabagool to the boys now. They're ready to play ball. What do you think happened, folks? Tony, 2 Cadillacs out there. They're playing ball. Gunner's hitting. Westberg's hitting. Tony Mansolino. Who we got? Aaron Boone.
Being together with friends.
It's what I like to do. Being together with friends. Together the whole day through. That's who we got. Booney Bubbles. That's who we got, folks. Oh, I love that son of a bitch. Back to reality. Yep, he's still the manager. Another year with good old Bubbles galore over here.
Buenos Diaz. No, I can't do it. They suck. We got swept. How can I do that? It's not right. On Father's Day, that sucked. But
Indeed.
B, I sent you an email. I'm trying to order a jersey, brother.
Gotcha, brother.
For my talking Tina, my niece. I want to know the smallest size you got, and she wants to say hi.
Hey, Pete. Hey, chat.
Yo!
Today, it kind of sucked for the game and everything. Even though it was Father's Day, it was a really bad game today.
It was. Terrible
What up,
game.
so chat? Pete, give me back. I got to order this little girl her jersey because, yeah, I'm getting in trouble over here. Back me up, brother.
I got you, brother. Don't worry. I'll email you back probably right after this. Actually, the funny thing is on my other screen up here, I got the vlog. I got the vlog going, and let me tell you something, man. I haven't even got to the softball game, so all I've done so far in the vlog, and this is not to be worried, it moves very quickly, but I've just about completed us going to Victus and doing all that. Let me tell you something. I'm already laughing my ass off because I forgot a lot of this, because I feel like, I know it's only been a few weeks, but I feel like it's been so long. Well, it hasn't been a few weeks. The game was on the 10th. It's been over a month already. But I feel like it's been months ago, because a lot of the stuff I'm seeing, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about that. Like, one of the cool things is when we went to Victus, we actually got a chance to hold the Declaration of Independence glove. I don't know if you guys know about that glove, right? The Declaration of Independence glove that what's his name is using. Oh my God, what's his name? The pitcher from Philadelphia, the lefty. He looks like Nicolas Cage. Oh, I can't even remember his name now. The lefty reliever. Oh my God, heck, it just completely left a blank. I'm sure somebody in the chat will say it momentarily. Strom, there you go. Yeah, Strom. So he's getting that glove, and I think they're breaking it out this month. I think sometime this month, they're going to have that glove. So we got to see it already before, anybody else. We got to hold it and all that stuff and all that. So that's all going to be in the vlog. The torpedo bat. We looked at a few torpedo bats. That's in the vlog. The Aaron Judge game used bat is in the vlog also. So not even just the event. Unfortunately, the thing that sucks is, and like I always tell you guys, we kind of live and we learn when it comes to these events. And one of the things I think I learned last time is, everybody's kind of involved and everybody's kind of playing in the game and playing in the event and just having a really good time. I'm probably going to have to get somebody who just films the entire time next time we go. So I'm going to work on having that set up for next year, where we just got somebody filming the whole time, filming video the whole time, and we'll take care of pictures and all that. But definitely next year, that's one of the big improvements I want to make, because we certainly did not get the most, enough video that I would have liked. But we did get quite a bit. So that's all going to be in a vlog, man. It's great. It's going to be a great vlog. Let's keep it going, guys.
Hey, Pete! Macho King in the house! How you doing? To the underground,
Yeah!
Well, I hope all the fathers out there had a good day, yeah. Even witnessing that disgusting, horrifying, totally disgusting loss to the Red Sox, yeah. And the entire coaching staff needs to go, but we know that's not gonna happen. Well, maybe they should start telling the players all kinds of different stories to get them to play better, like Bill Dobbins' old man has to make up a bunch of stories to get that kid motivated. Maybe that's what we need to tell a bunch of these guys, like Volpe and them. Because not only are you hot dog, a showboat, a prima donna, but you're a liar too, yeah. But you ain't liars. Why, you, yeah, we're doing real good. Because we're the cream of the crop. And all the macho maniacs and mamas will stay macho. And we'll be out there on September 6th, no matter what, rooting for the Yankees. And even that jabroni baboon who should have lost his job a long time ago. Even him we're gonna have to drag his carcass into the finish line. And even the King of Heroes, if we bust an Aaron Judge, I hope he realizes that he needs to carry this team on his back, and he cannot suffer many more performances like he did this weekend. So the Red Sox can have their fun now, but we gotta come back and get him. No retreat, no surrender. Never say die. No, not gonna do it. Not gonna happen. Cause we're UWO for life. Ooh, yeah. Watch out.
The best, man. He's the best.
And that's the fortitude. Yeah.
I fucking love that drop. I love that drop so much. This is what the Yankees need.
And that's the fortitude. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, they need intestinal fortitude all day, every day. Lord have mercy. Oh man, let's keep it going, guys.
The one and only Platano P.
Oh, that's what they call me, damn
man?
it.
It's your boy Chris Silver, locked and loaded with the U. Baby.
What's up, brother?
Like I said before in that super chat, man, that Devers trade caught me off guard. But I have a question. I know we're all Yankee fans here, but just want to ask you a question. So I feel like Devers was the face of the Red Sox. Now, you know, I felt like he was bringing all the attention, and he was the face. So now that he got traded, who do you think might be the new face of the Red Sox? Will it be one of their top prospects? Will it be Bregman? I just want to know your thoughts, man. Once again, happy Father's Day to you and to everybody in the community. Later.
Yeah, man, look, it's funny. There was a post put up by Hector Gomez. Some of you know Hector Gomez, some of you don't, but he's a very prominent reporter in the Dominican Republic, and he basically came out and he said that the Boston Red Sox kind of lost the Dominican fan base with trading Rafael Devers away, and they usually always have a Dominican star on that team, and they do. You know, Boston has always been very, very good with, you know, very, very good Dominican players. Manny Ramirez, Pedro Martinez, of course, Big Papi, David Ortiz. Rafael Devers kind of just slid right in and took that mantle, so to say. But I think, you know, I see a lot of people kind of saying Tristan Casas and Bregman and Duran. No, I think Marcelo Meyer, Roman Anthony. I think those are the guys that they're hoping for that can really take over and let Alex Cora kind of run that ship. Bregman could leave next year. Bregman doesn't have to come back. So when it comes to guys under contract, I think their idea here is that one of those young players will indeed take off. Look, Roman Anthony's not only just a Red Sox top prospect, he's the top prospect in all of baseball. So they're assuming that, you know, Roman Anthony's going to take off eventually. And of course, Marcelo Meyer, and of course, you know, Christian Campbell. So their hope is that all those guys are going to be there. But got to remember one thing too. This does free up money. You know, so Boston could get right back out there, maybe add somebody they feel fits them a little better. And you know, I don't think if I was a Red Sox fan, you know, do I look at if I were a Red Sox, I don't know. I've heard from Red Sox fans they're not happy. I don't blame them. Jared Carrabis, obviously one of the more known Red Sox fans out there. He wasn't happy about this. And I don't blame him. I don't blame Red Sox fans at all for being upset with this. I wouldn't like it. It would piss me off. But I don't think that organization has too much to worry about. I think they're actually going to be fine. They freed themselves up a little money. Also, too, Harrison is another guy who they got in the deal. Kyle Harrison, who is a lefty starting pitcher. He's been one of the top left-handed starting pitchers in the game as a prospect. So, you know, they get him too in that deal. So they're also adding potentially for years to come in their rotation of another guy that maybe could break out as a Boston Red Sox. And that's, of course, what they want.
What's good, PD? Happy Father's Day. And gabagool.
Over here.
It's your boy, Cowboy, calling in. I know it's been a minute, but, man, I just wanted to respond to that voicemail I just heard from that guy that said it doesn't matter when you get swept. The Yankees got fucking embarrassed this last series, bro.
They did.
I was watching that shit at work yesterday on the fucking TV while listening to game season. I'm like, yo, bro, what the no, not yesterday. But yeah, it was yesterday, actually, my bad. Yeah, yesterday. And they got fucking embarrassed, bro. The base running, like, no offense at all. Judge had a horrible series. scoring, 4 runs in 3 games is crazy, but they looked horrible. But I love that Giancarlo is about to come back because we need Big G. I feel like a lot of the hitters and the lineup have been cooling off lately, and the offense could use a jolt, and I hope that he comes back, ready to play. And I'm glad that Devers is gone, bro, because that guy, man, he was really a thorn in the fucking Yankee side for a long time. And I'm shocked that they made the move. We're going to see how it plays out, but it's a win for the Yankees, period. But let's just keep the baseball going. I hope everybody had an amazing day. Hope that you all spent time with people today that you guys love, and everybody have a good one. I'll catch y'all later.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. And a little more thank you. Yeah, it's tough, man. It certainly is tough to go ahead and I don't care when you get swept. I really don't give a poot when you get swept. It's always difficult. It's always difficult to be swept by any club, and it's even worse when it's the Boston Red Sox. Even worse when the Boston Red Sox aren't playing amazing baseball, and then they play against the Yankees and they just absolutely obliterate us. Yeah, that makes it a whole lot worse. For the one person in here who said the Red Sox got nothing back, that's not true. That's not true. If you're just a Red Sox hater, then you're a Red Sox hater. Would you hope to expect to get even more that you got for a guy like Devers? Yes, but Kyle Harrison just last year before he graduated off of being a prospect, he was the #1 left-handed starting pitcher in the minor leagues. He was ranked #1 as the top left-handed starting pitcher in all of baseball. I wouldn't say that's not getting anybody. Now, I'm not going to front. I don't know too much about the other guys they got. I could take a look here and see if they were ever on any list here. Let me see. That would have been. And by the way, Kyle Harrison was their top prospect just last year. So their #1 prospect overall. I do not know much about the other guys they gave up. But again, I wouldn't say they basically just gave him away. That's not true. That's not true. And remember, people also tend to forget this. Forget about the player. They also gave away the whole salary. The Giants took all the money. So including with all the financial relief, which I hate saying financial relief, but it seems like they kind of wanted that. So they moved him along with all of his money. And they did get, 3 young prospects back, one of them being their top prospect just last year. And, and Jordan Hicks, maybe they make him go to the bullpen. I don't know what they do there, but I wouldn't say it was a fleece job, but they kind of just gave him away. I don't think that's the case at all. But thank you, Kev. Appreciate your voice, my brother. And I know it's been a minute seeing you in the chat. Kyle Malay was looking for you today, actually. He's like, where's my best friend at?
Pete, my brother, how you guys doing? It's Angelo Serrano from Orlando, Florida, originally from Brooklyn, New York. Hey, Pete, my brother. Never told you, man, but I'm half Italian. My father, Salvatore Serrano from Sicily. So I got to catch up on my second heritage, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be an honor when I get to meet you. Doing everything possible to go and see you guys on September 6th to make it happen.
Indeed,
I know
brother.
I've been through the struggle with a lot of complications, but I'm rocking and rolling, baby. I'm coming back to the
Good to
attack.
hear.
Hey, listen, man, we should be content. A lot of us thought that the Yankees wouldn't be where they are right now, but I'm very happy. They're playing. They got to be a little bit more intensified, but they're playing. They're doing the best that they can, and we're going to be rocking and rolling. Hopefully we get the pieces that we need, and then we should be able to rock and roll. And then some. So, hallelujah for the New York Yankees. Let's rock and roll, man. It's going to be a pleasure to meet. And I'm going to try to sing with Uncle Dom, because I'm a good singer.
Sing away, brother. Sing away.
I'm a good singer. And kudos to everybody out there. You guys are awesome, man. Been listening to you guys. With you guys, I survived a lot of stuff in the hospital. I'll tell you when I see you guys. And when I talk to you, Pete, it's going to be a pleasure, and hopefully in the future I could help out, with business and help you guys grow. It's in my heart, and that's what I used to do. So let's rock and roll. God bless you guys. Keep on rocking, and Pete, happy Father's Day, and everybody else.
Brother.
A
Thank you.
special happy Father's Day to Hirsch that I haven't seen him, a lot in the community.
Yeah.
Special happy Father's Day to Medina Forever, Anthony Medina. Well, that's him. That's him. I'm sorry. And the rest of the fellas, man. God bless you guys out, and even the ladies. God bless you ladies, too. And love you guys, man. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And I do hope to see you. I hope to see you on September 6th, man. September 6th, guys. NYYU Day. September 6th, playing the Toronto Blue Jays. Like I said before, man, it's always a great time. It really is. We don't just say that just to say it. Again, we've had so many events now that, trust me, people in this community aren't quiet. If people were like, it ain't worth it, I don't like it, they'd be saying it. Now, would I be happy if they say it? No. But I also know it's legit. Like, this shit is absolutely fire when we go there. It's always a tremendous time. So the good thing is I can kind of sit back now and go, hey, I want to show up. I'm like, I don't got to be the one talking about it. Like, the chat has been there. You guys can all talk about it now. It's unbelievable events. It's always amazing. Top notch, top of the line. And I tell you this, man, you guys are, you're going to love it every single time. You're going to love it. You're like, damn, I can't wait till next year. When's the next one, Pete? That's one of the questions I get. So, April next year, we back? Yeah, we back April. April and September, guys. Those are usually the dates we work with. Some of the most fun I've had. Look at that, Corinne. Corinne right there, who is quiet, right? But Corinne's coming out of her shell with the group a little bit. And like she said, look, some of the most fun I've ever had. It really is a great time. My brother, Mike Thompson. This weekend was reminiscent of last year's World Series. Very true. Poor base running, not knowing to count, and Judge missing in action. By the way, kudos to the Giants and the Red Sox for showing some stones and dealing Devers. Now, you know what is interesting, right? Because, Mike, I hate even talking about this because I brought it up multiple times, right? I talked about this multiple times during the last two games when the Yankees have made these errors. I'm a big fan of Jason Dominguez. I think everybody knows that. Not even just because he's a great kid, but I've gotten the chance to spend a little time with Jason, and I root for him. I really do. Jira knows he's just a level-headed kid. A lot of people feel like this kid doesn't work. He does. He works really hard. But more importantly, you can just tell he's a good person. You can tell Jason Dominguez is a good person. So we want to see him succeed. But sometimes success has to also come from other leaders. You got to be inspired by other people. And sometimes you got to be guided a little bit by other people. And in the other game, the game yesterday was a prime example. People were like, oh my God, Pete's saying bench Dominguez, but you always want him to play. You want him in the... That's very different. It's different of saying he needs to start. But when you make a play like Dominguez made, he goes, and after the game, he took responsibility. I love all that. There's nothing wrong with that. He took all the responsibility in the world. But after that game, I'm happy he did that. But there's also accountability to everybody on your team. There's accountability to all the other people that show up day in and day out to put in that work. And to me, that was a situation where you go, hey, look, come here. Bring him in a tunnel. Get away from cameras. This stuff can't happen. I need you to understand this. You're going to sit the rest of the game. I'm setting Bellinger out there. Those plays can't happen. You got to know what the count is. You got to be aware of who's on base. You got to be aware of the accounts. You should be able to think ahead of what could happen and what do I do in those situations. Derek Jeter always talked about that. Derek Jeter said I could be out there and I had all the scenarios played in my head of what could happen at what moment. That's the way the game needs to be played. Same thing today with Ben Rice. Can't happen. It cannot happen. You can't have those type of plays because, look, we make jokes about the Yankees losing these games. They weren't hitting. But you never know what would have happened with first and second yesterday. You never know what would have happened with first and second today. Fact is, we'll never see what actually happened. They may have not got to hit it anyway. They might have. Boston may have made an error. There might have been a bloop single. Might have been a couple of wild pitches. You never know what could have happened in those moments. The fact of the matter is the Yankees walked away from those moments. And that can't happen. And Mike is right. It reminds you, and it's been in the back of my head since it came out, because it was very insulting to me as a fan of this team. I can't imagine how it felt for the Yankees, but instead of owning up to it, they kind of shied it off like that's bullshit when it was true. And we all know it's true. The Dodgers basically said, well, the scouting report on this team is put the ball in play. Because they're going to step on their own feet and they're going to lose the game themselves. Put the ball in play. Make the Yankees play baseball. Make them play fundamental baseball. Make them throw the ball. Make them field the ball. Put it in play. They're going to screw up. When they get guys on base, just play fundamental baseball because they're gonna lack the fundamentals of base running and everything else. And they did all of that. They did all of it. Like it or not, it is true. We all witnessed it.
Thank you for being a friend.
Frank Quotez says, Pete, just to tell you that you be awesome. Oh, I didn't see the other one there. Okay. And to tell you that I appreciate you and I love you, brother. You are the best. Oh. Everybody, damn it. Pete Simonetti is just a bundle of love over here, folks. He's a bundle of love. Oh, I tell you what. Oh, man, folks. Got another voicemail here. Guys, drop a voicemail. 804-592-6160, baby.
Hey, yo, how you doing, my brother? This is Jersey Mo, living in Florida, living a life.
What's up,
I'm
brother?
I'm a Yankee fan. I love him. I support him. Judge doing his thing.
Yeah.
That lineup is doing this thing. Pitching is kind of shaky. But you know what? Booney always find a way to make it happen, baby. Big Stanton is coming back. Good things is happening. Be patient, baby. This not a microwave thing. It takes time. Forget about it.
Damn, he had a little forget about it at the end right there, man. All right. He wanted you to know he from Jersey. Forget about it. Forget about it. I like to do that like I'm losing breath. Forget about it. But, look, I guess the best thing to look forward to for the New York Yankees is they got any type of issue that we see, they got a chance to fix it. You know what I mean? They got a chance to fix it. We got next month coming up. Next month coming up, the July deadline. Chaco said, was that Mike Tyson? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He said, was that Mike Tyson? Oh, my God. But they got time to fix this, man. They got a whole month ahead of them. They got, of course, July coming up. They got time to fix it. They got time to make some things right. Can they do it? Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? Truly, who knows? I tell you this though, man. I don't look forward to trade deadlines for the Yankees. I just don't. I don't look forward to them, man. Louis Hill coming back, we know that too, but I never look forward to him because I always get my hopes up and I always get, kind of left out. And I'm hoping that's not the case this year because the Yankees obviously need help. There's no denying the Yankees need help. I think that is about as clear gets. They need help. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to do the 24-hour stream this year. It's going to be just me again. I'm going to be just like this for 24 hours chilling with you guys and, trying to make that time go and do all that fun stuff. But I don't know, man. I like I said before, I really hope, I really do hope that the Yankees, put it together well and this team is able to really add a few pieces that on that day, I think the Yankees play at 1 o'clock that day. They really screwed me with that one. Usually it's 7 o'clock. They really screwed me on that one. So I think it's a 1 o'clock game. Deadline is at 6. I am praying that the Yankees make a couple of significant moves, even if it's the days before, but that we can talk about them on that day and kind of start projecting of what that team could actually look like going forward, especially with Louis Hill back and a few others. So, I hope.
Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best
Frank Quotez says, Pete, you are the best, brother. No doubt, brother. Appreciate you, Frank Quotez. Thank you, man. I'm happy that you think I'm the best. I appreciate it. I'm going to take the day off on deadline day. Percy Johnson, you handsome son of a bitch. He did this for me. I know he did. He did this for me. He said, I ain't going to have Pete be by himself. He said, I ain't going to have him be by myself. I tell you what, Kev, you handsome son of a bitch. Right there, I tell you what. He said, I ain't going to leave Pete by his lonesome, damn it. He said, he going to drive down here in his Lincoln, butt ass naked. He might actually, by the way, Kev may be getting a Lincoln. So if that's the case, you may be seeing Kev in his Lincoln very soon, folks. Let's keep it going, guys.
Hey, what's going on? This is Andy Freeze. First time calling in.
What's up, brother?
For a while now, but yeah, just to get to the point here, I think Giancarlo's return is really going to be vital for us going to the summer, the all days of summer here, just for the simple fact of, and I don't know if people notice this, but I think G brings that edge. I know he's subtle in the way he speaks in the press conferences and interviews, but I really think he's going to bring sort of that edge that we need to get back again. Just because the biggest problem with the Yankees, as far as I think, it's not as much the talent. For me, it's just the mentality we come with. Seeing that we don't never have a mentality to just beat these teams' asses when they call us out and talk shit about us, and we just never respond. So
it's true.
Like I said, it's just a mentality thing. It seems like with us right now, but hopefully G helps us bring back his edge, and we can sort of get back into it, man, during the all days of summer. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks, Pete.
Thank you, man. And no, I'm there with you, man. I'm there with you. I hope G, one of the things too that I think people also forget is that Stanton didn't have a bad year last year. A lot of people always bring, just get him healthy for the postseason. Stanton was pretty good. He was pretty good for the Yankees last year. If he didn't have that injury, I want to share something about Kev. It's funny that we bring up G here because I don't know if anybody remembers this. And at the time, Kev said he was joking, but it's funny because it actually could have happened. I don't know if it was the Nights at the Round Table show preseason last year, right before opening day. It might have been that show. But everybody at that, I don't care what anybody says, everybody was kind of out on Stanton at that point. We're like, I don't know what you're going to get. Who the hell knows? Kev believed in Stanton. But then he made a comment. He was like, 40 homers. And we're like, get the fuck out of here. You got to be nuts. You're out your mind. If he never missed time, he might have hit 40 last year for the Yankees. He hit 27, I believe, in a limited amount of time because of the injury. He could have hit 40. He could have actually hit 40. And I know Kev was joking at the time, but it's unbelievable to know that he actually had a chance of doing that, which is crazy to me.
Thank you for being a friend.
Ba-da-da-da. Ronnie says, Yanks doing nothing at the deadline. You said it earlier. It feels that way. I mean, I feel that way every year. The new motto is just get in. That is true. And sadly, they are as constructed enough to get in. And that is my biggest concern, man. That is my biggest concern. I was hoping Ronnie didn't even bring that up because I didn't want to hear about it, to be honest. But because every time I hear that shit, it really gets me mad as a fan of this club because it's just a weak losing mentality. Nobody out. Okay, for an example, folks. You got your kid going to school, right? Do you tell your kid, hey, just simply settle for C's and you're okay? Settle for C's. Oh, I'm going to take you to go play baseball. Hey, settle for just making the team. You just want to make the team. No, you want to start. If you're going to set your mind to do something, you're not going to just want to be among your peers. You want to be the best at what you do. This just get in mentality, it is a loser mentality. I don't care how you flip it. People flip it by saying, well, it kind of could be a crapshoot in the postseason, right? If you get in, you get hot, you get lucky. Fair game. But do you have to say it? Do you have to express that all we have to do is just get in? Because if that is your mindset, if your mindset, again, truly is maybe we'll just get lucky enough, instead of going, I'm going to give it my all, I'm going to go over the luxury tax, I'm going to correct all the negatives, the cons that I think this team has. I'm going to correct them all. And if we lose and it doesn't work, then I gave it my all. I gave it my best. And if that doesn't work, then hey, I tried. I say this all the time. When the Yankees go out there and bust their ass, I didn't like the way they lost the last year in the World Series because I believe they could have won. But do you know what I could say about the majority of last year, if not all of last year, after getting Soto? After getting, Verdugo at the time and all the moves the Yankees made? I can say that at least they really went risky. And they did something they haven't done in a long time. And by the way, it did pay off. They went to a World Series. I wish they finished differently, but I can't sit back and go, they could have done so much more. They could have done so much more to be better. I have not said that the Yankees are a World Series team in a while. Guess when I did say it? I said it when they traded for Juan Soto. And I said it then because that's a ballsy move that gets you to a victory. That's telling everybody in that clubhouse we mean business and we are going to win. That's what that move signified. We're going to win. And don't get me wrong, I think Brian Cashman did a good job this offseason to pivot. I'm not knocking that. I think he did a very, very good job. I really do. But. The deadline is important because they cannot tell us they don't have money. They can't say it. This is not a bad team. Do they got weaknesses? Hell yes. Hell yeah, they got weaknesses. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. They have weaknesses. They got time to fix them. And that is, my friends, what we're going to see come deadline day. August 1st hits, and the Yankees added a reliever. And they go, it's okay, we're good. We got Heel back. Stanton's here. We'll figure it out. That ain't it. That ain't it.
Hey, Pete, it's Brandon here. It's been a while since I've called. I really feel bad for you, man. I really do, having to watch this team year after year. I think we all know by this point what the problem is. It's Aaron Boone. This team, I'm really considering just not even watching more games because it kind of just feels like I already know what the outcome is going to be. There's going to be a time, there's going to be a crucial error, mistake at the worst possible moment that's going to stink this team, and I have no faith, that this team is going to win a World Series this year. I just think that the Soto decision is really going to loom large in the postseason. You see it this weekend when they got swept. Aaron Judge goes on a slump, he doesn't hit, and it just tanks the entire offense. And just there isn't that second guy that can just slot in when Judge is struggling, to really pick up the slack. This team is just more Judge or bust. Unfortunately, that's just my opinion. But
no, you're not wrong.
Anyway, I really pulling for you, man. You hang in there. I'm having my doubts. I don't know if I'm really even going to be invested in this team going forward. I know I'm overreacting maybe, but I have no faith in Aaron Boone, and that's all I have to say. All right, take care.
There's nothing wrong with how you feel. I think a lot of Yankee fans feel that way. A lot of Yankee fans feel that way. A lot of Yankee fans that stick up for him is because they want to be, cool with their friends in their little groups. And again, it's not that you got to beat the shit out of Aaron Boone every day. I talk about this a lot, and I feel like a lot of this is just on repeat. It's not about hating Aaron Boone or disliking the guy as a human. We just live in this weird world where criticism means hatred or anger, and it doesn't. Criticism there's nothing wrong with criticizing anything. But everybody sees it as, oh, you're the enemy. You criticize. You don't like him. You just don't like him. No, I criticize what I see. I love Jason Dominguez. I criticized him yesterday. I love the kid. I want him to start every game. Still, to this day, even after the era, I want him to start every single day. That's it. But we live in a weird world where I'm telling you, man, even baseball is like you got to pick and choose a side. You got to pick and choose a side. You can't just be down the middle. You can't have something you like and something you don't like. You can't take a little bit of analytics, mix it with old school. It's like, no, you got to choose. You can't be down the middle. You got to choose a side, damn it. Are you team nerd or team old school? When in reality, it's just additional tools that you could mess around with, and that's all it is. It depends on how you use that, but it's just additional tools. There's old school ways that work well. There's some new school things that work well too. That's just how life is. Technology. Everything elevates itself as we get more advanced in society in general. You don't gotta always pick a side on everything. You can pick and choose things you like. And with Aaron Boone, it's kind of like that. I enjoy that the players like him. I think it's a good thing that these guys show up and they want to play for Aaron Boone. They like him. They enjoy. They've been quoted. Judge loves the guy. Stroman, I run through a wall for this guy. They all talk highly of him. Matter of fact, I've never heard of a player speaking poorly of Aaron Boone at all. But that doesn't mean that you're the right leader for a squad that is looking to win today. That is looking to win now. I can never fully respect, and I understand there's a strategy. So sometimes you just got to give certain guys off. I get that. But I just watch this club and I feel like now it has become habit. They always say it's like 60 days to create a habit and you're good to go from there. And it just becomes natural for you. If you want to believe that Aaron Boone is fully in charge of this club, like we're led to believe, right? That's what we're led to believe. Now, from what I've been told, he's not. From what I've been told, there's, lineup cards and stuff given well before games and who needs to be in the game today. Okay, hands up. Whatever. Believe that if you want. I'm going to go ahead and say the Yankees are telling us the truth and Aaron Boone's the manager. Well, then there needs to be criticism. That's all there is to it, because at the end of the day, God, I could do this shit all day because I just keep remembering other stuff. Brian Cashman said, wins and losses do not determine if somebody gets fired as long as they're following the process. You guys remember that beauty? If that's the mindset, then you need to go. If that's your mindset again, that wins and losses do not determine if you keep your job, as long as you're following the process, which might be one of the most idiotic statements I've ever heard in my life. Because if that's the case, then what is the end game of the process? And nobody asked him that question. Because if I was there, I would have raised my hand and said, hey, Mr. Cashman, you just said that wins and losses do not determine if somebody is fired or not, as long as they're following the process. Then what is the end game of the process? Wouldn't that be to win a World Series? And I don't know how his response isn't to win a World Series, because if it is, then that makes no sense. That makes no sense at all, because you have to win the World Series. And it's been shown with Aaron Boone. Scott Wright says this a lot, and I love it. I love when Scott Wright says this. Talk about his win-loss percentage all you want during the regular season. Can you show me his win-loss percentage in the postseason? I'll wait. Scott Wright in the chat. I give him credit all the time. I tell you, he's the most underrated person in this chat. I love Scott Wright. He's always on the money. There it is. 489. He knew. 489. Is that held accountable? When does that get to a point where you go, well, I guess it's time to move on? And all I'm saying is this. This is not, again, I'm not advocating for the Yankees to fire Aaron Boone right now. Not at all. I was for giving Aaron Boone this year. Everybody remembers that. I said it. Hey, he went to the World Series. Opt in. No problem with it with one more year. No problem. He went to the World Series. Let him get another one. No big deal. I was deadly against extending him, which to me was nuts. Let him manage the year. Let him manage the season, and then you decide. For the Yankees to jump the gun on that, I think that was very premature. Very premature. But they did it. And again, he made history. Somebody said it earlier, Aaron Boone is making all the negative history for Yankee managers. He's the only Yankee manager to have 2 extensions without ever winning a World Series. The only one. Think about this. He may go 10 years and never win a chip with the Yankees. I want Brian Cashman. I want Hal Steinbrenner. I want Aaron Judge. I want somebody to go ahead and bullshit me on the motto of what the Yankees stand for. If you don't win the World Series, it's a failure. Go ahead, tell me he was good. Tell me. If that time comes and they don't win, go ahead and break your motto. Tell me it's all bullshit. Because you'd have to come out there and go, it was a failed 10-year run. We failed. We all failed. Boone failed. Blake failed. Cashman failed. The analytic department failed. Steinbrenner failed. And every player failed during that period. That's all there is to it. There is no other conversation. Yeah, but the win-loss was cute. Fuck the win-loss. Shove it up your ass. Did it bring a chip? I'm on record. He could have 1 chip with us, and I'll say it was a success. 100%. Yeah, what about the other years? He won. I'll defend him then. He won. Can I get 1? If you don't get 1 on the Aaron Boone again, folks, how do you defend the time? How can you defend? You can't defend it. It's that simple. And I hope it doesn't get to that point.
Yo, Pete, this is Chris Silva again. I had to double up on this voicemail because there's one thing I forgot to mention.
What's up, man?
Yankees played badly. We can't deny that. But one thing I am going to mention is the fact that the umpires this weekend sucked.
They were bad.
Especially that game with DJ LeMahieu.
They were bad.
That hit, and they called it foul. And then the other play, I forgot what it was. But the umpires this weekend sucked. I couldn't stand it. I was like you, saying bullshit. What the hell? What's going on with this? I can't wait for next year when they change all that, man. Hopefully. I had to double up on a voicemail to say that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, they were bad. I mean, there's no doubt about it. There was some bad calls there. You guys obviously saw my reactions to some of those, but the Yankees had to hit. They had to hit. I mean, that's the crazy thing, too, when it comes to Aaron Judge. A caller said that earlier, when Judge kind of slows down and doesn't hit, this team is kind of screwed. And it's a big worry of mine, heading into the, more important months, quote unquote, more important months of the year when races kind of get down to the deadline. There is, teams might be pitching around Aaron Judge. They may not even want to face him. So it's going to be scary. It really is. And that's why I said I want a solid right-handed bat added to this club. I think the Yankees do need to add a good player. And if you listen to, what's his name? The GM of the Diamondbacks has kind of come out and said, no, we're going to buy. He's kind of all in with this club. That National League West is a tough division. Tough division, man. All those clubs are pretty good. Yeah, they lose Corbin Burns, but he's saying as of right now, look, I know it's June. He's like, no, we're going to buy. We're going in. We're going in. They're getting some breakouts in that lineup still. Corbin Carroll is dominating. Perdomo's having a big year. Gino Suarez been adding some good right-handed pop. So they want to go in. They want to go in. Devers to the Giants is huge. I mean, you talk about much, much needed pop from the left side for that club. That's big. He may go off in the National League. Who the hell knows? And, that National League West, man, shit, you got stars in that division. You got a lot of stars in that division. So it is an interesting one. The Detroit Tigers are looking phenomenal. We know that. So there's a lot of, a lot of crazy baseball up ahead of us in these next couple of months of the year. And like I said, man, it's going to be interesting. The 24-hour stream this year is going to be really interesting. I can't wait for that. I'm excited for it. We're gonna get it done. You know, I was considering maybe doing 12 hours and then 12 hours. And I said, you know what? Fuck that. Even if it is just me, I'm doing the 24 hours as I've done before. We've done it. We'll do it again. There is a little bit of different circumstances this time, but we're going to do it again. We're going to make it work. We'll figure it out. 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. Probably do the same exact times. And I think the Yankees do play at 1 o'clock that day or 1:30, something like that. But no, we'll have a lot of fun, man. And we're going to do a great thing for Tunnels to Towers again, as we do every year now. And, you know, I'll start my communications with them here pretty soon. I'm setting that up, but it's going to be good. And then, like I said, guys, as this year progresses and August gets here and September gets here, I'm also going to have some more really cool announcements that have to do with more 2026, I want to say, than this season. But I'm going to need your guys' help with some of that in a big, big way. And I think you guys are going to really like it. So I can't wait. Jay Bryan says we need a game-changing bat.
Thank you for being a friend.
I wouldn't necessarily say game-changing is the word I would use, but I think we need a significant bat. I agree with that. I think we need somebody that will help extend his lineup out a bit more and just make them overall better. No doubt about that. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy. Oh my God. I was this close to saying happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy Father's Day to everybody. As I said before, man, Father's Day, for whatever reason, is just one of those days that not everybody seems to celebrate and go crazy about. But again, I said it, respect the dads. Hashtag respect the dads. And as Jira just put in the chat right there, guys, follow us on Instagram. We appreciate you guys. To all the dads out there, you are the best. We appreciate you. To Pop Simonetti, I appreciate him, of course. And to every dad out there, man, keep doing your thing. Keep raising strong kids. That's all there is to it, baby. Keep doing what you got to do day in and day out, even when it gets so tough and you feel like, is it worth it? You bet your ass it's worth it, baby. You keep doing it. You keep on digging, because there is always better days ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your day. Peace out. Catch you guys on game season tomorrow, whenever the hell it is. No All Rise on Monday morning, guys. I got something to do in the morning, so I will not be having All Rise Monday. But, of course, we will have the game and all that fun stuff. All Rise Wednesday and Friday. No All Rise on Wednesday either. Oh, my God. Should I don't know. Maybe I could try to make it work tomorrow then, because I can't do All Rise on Wednesday. I forgot. I have an appointment. Fuck. All Rise Friday, folks. All Rise Friday. Yeah, Jira just said it too. All Rise on Friday this week. I apologize, guys. You got a couple of appointments in the morning I got to go to. But peace out, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Catch you guys next time.